I'm sure many of you wonder what it feels like to fly international by Kuwait Air. So follow me as I show you my experience aboard Kuwait Airlines from Jaipur to JFK.
I flew from Delhi to New York via Kuwait City. First, I went to Delhi from Jaipur, and the traffic around Gurgaon was crazy. But it looked nice because of the rain and everything. It had been raining for a whole day, and also to Punjab, to people from Punjab, my let's say condolences.
Will we say that?
So from because of the rain, Punjab went through a lot of flooding and stuff. And in Gurgaon to Delhi, there was also like a huge traffic. So normally from Jaipur to Delhi would take like 5 hours by bus, but we ended up spending about 8 hours. And I still had to get off at Moti Bag to use the metro there to the airport. And then I got to the airport really early still because my flight was for 2:55 a.m. from Delhi to Kuwait City, and I got to the airport like 9, so I had to wait till like 11 to check in and everything. And this is so I've flown out of Indira Gandhi Airport before, and I forgot how it's big, like when you compare to some places, but like when you compare to the context of like Hyderabad Airport and the Shivaji airport in Mumbai, also it seems quite small, and you can see because of the rain, the runway everywhere is like really wet. And yes, Hadiza, let her say one or two things.
Hi guys, this is Hadiza Sefia's sister. I'm sure many of you see me pop up once in a while on her page and you finally get to hear my voice. So here she's at the lounge spending her money via her bank card, and luckily for her, because she got there early, she was able to make the best part of her waiting at the lounge just before boarding to fly by Kuwait Air, I think. And she pretty much explained everything she went through. I think she had fun based on how my ears are full. So here she is.
God, please don't ever ask a lawyer to do voiceover. I feel like I'm in court. It does sound so boring. Anyway, there's like a huge food court there if you want, but I went to the lounge, so I didn't have to buy anything at the food court. And then I stopped by this store for uh, let's say artifacts and what are those things called? Gifts?
Memorabilia.
Yeah, is it memorabilia? Huh? I saw this chessboard and I thought it was really cool because like I started playing chess recently and this was so cool for me to see. So yeah, I took videos of that. And then here, I actually thought they had Osmania biscuits that I got in Hyderabad. If you have seen my Hyderabad video, but they didn't have it, so I didn't buy that. But if they did, I would have loved to buy it for my friends and family here and stuff like that. And I don't know if you've observed, but I tried to do something different with this video. So I tried to go like a cinematic route, and stuff like that. It actually looks really nice and clean, but let's hope the end result will look good as well. And then here we have boarded. So Kuwait actually has a small fleet compared to many airlines. And I know this because I had seen this Sam Chui video of when he went to check out Kuwait City and Kuwait, their fleet and everything. So here they one of their new A330s news, I think, an Airbus took us from Delhi to Kuwait City. It was new, like it looked really, really, really good. And the seat configuration was a 3x3, and the seats were like really, really comfortable. I mean, I'm average size, so people who are on the plus size more may have some issues, but for me who's quite average size, it was good. And these days when I fly, I just like to sit by the aisle so that I can stand up and take walks, in between the flight, and don't just sit all through and just look at how it looks at the night light. It looked really, really good. But one thing I didn't enjoy on the trip from Delhi to Kuwait and from Kuwait to New York City, to be honest, is their food. It was on the bland side. um it wasn't well garnished. You're eating something and it just feels like someone is trying to be generous with their spices or stuff like that.
Nah, so Hadiza here again. I think the problem is she's so used to Indian spices that
No,
her taste buds are accustomed to Indian food, the
I don't
biryanis and
agree.
all. So now she thinks Kuwaiti food is bland. I do not think it's bland. I think it just didn't appeal enough to her.
No, I don't agree. I mean, I've flown through Emirates. I've flown with Qatar Air. I've recently I flew through Etihad through Abu Dhabi, and I've been in India since, and the food wasn't tasting bland. So maybe they have lots of senior
In defense of
senior
Kuwait Air,
customers.
Emirates has a wider selection of passengers, so they do not. They have incorporated all of these into their food. Kuwaiti is just there.
It's
Most of you didn't even
bland.
know Kuwait Air was
Like
flying to JFK
just
by India and the rest
put
of
salt
them.
and black pepper packets at
Not all
least.
the food goes well with salt and black pepper.
Put it there, let it be my choice, because I feel that if you do use salt appropriately, it kind of uplifts almost anything that you are eating. But no, it was bland. There was no salt packet, there was no pepper packet. Even the buns were like, they were not even soft. You know, there are some buns you eat and it's just like really nice, but no, they were not soft. And
It
there were
was
no
the rain that
fruits.
made the bonds hard, or the rain
What rain?
in India or in
Okay, from
Rajasthan
Kuwait to New York,
was
why
too
was
heavy.
the bun the same thing?
Because they had to wait for everybody to fly into Kuwait before leaving
So
for
did they fly
JFK.
in the
In
buns
fact,
from India?
you guys had a 2 hour delay because they're waiting for everyone to arrive into Kuwait City
2 hour
before
delay?
leaving. Yes,
No, I don't think it was up to 2 hours.
it
Maybe
was.
it was 1 hour.
When I checked their itinerary before I left for, oh, by the way, we met here in JFK. We landed 20 minutes apart from each other. I flew in from London, and when I checked the itinerary before I left, it showed that they were leaving at
I
7:45
look like Sarah in
because
this place.
Shah is our little sister. She's not here,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
I'm
because
going,
she's
I'm going
back
to
home in
put her
Abuja.
video of when she was going from London to Abuja, and this video I just look like like she's the one here.
Yeah, because of the night light.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, so I think the food was kind of bland. There were no fruits with the dish. The only time I even saw salad in their food was when we were going from Kuwait City to JFK. That had salad, a Caesar salad, which was actually good. But here it was just rice, chicken. Then there's some custard like thing. It was not very nice, to be honest. Yeah, the drinks were, I mean, just regular juice and stuff. I usually like to do apple juice most times. And yeah, the apple juice was nice as usual. And what else was nice? Oh, also, they didn't have like lots of film selections on the Delhi to Kuwait City leg. But they had okay selection. Like it wasn't a lot, but what was there was nice. And unfortunately, it didn't really have subtitles in English. Also, their subtitles were in Arabic, which means that if a movie is in Hindi and you don't know Hindi, you cannot watch it except maybe you know Arabic and you can read the Arabic subtitle. I mean, yeah, it's Kuwait City, they speak Arabic and stuff, but you know, if you are going to go international, I mean, consider us too sometimes that don't speak the language. So yeah, that that happened.
So Hadiza here again. I think Kuwait Air, just in case you guys see this video, maybe you should learn a thing or two from Emirates. I'm on your side. I don't know why Sophia is being very.
No, I'm also on your side. I mean, it was really affordable for me to come here, so I'm on your side. As long as you keep it affordable and I can go wherever I want to go, I'm on your side as always. Also, if you can give me business class or first class ticket for free, if you see this video, like I said, I'm on your side.
So I just think maybe improve the food selection, and the movie is not so much. You should have just slept on the flight.
Oh yeah, the options were chicken and lamb and vegetarian dish. Oh, also they had the special dish, like special menu for people with the one that you can pre-book. Yeah, with the dietary restrictions and stuff. The ones that you can. Oh yeah, their tea was nice and their coffee that was nice. I enjoyed that. Also, that was really nice.
And please, just in
And
case,
here now,
we don't mind you flying from Nigeria as well. We
yeah,
have a
there's
lot
they
of
only
passengers.
fly from Cairo in Africa, and this is the Kuwait City Airport. Can you see how small it is? Like I said, so
But
that's
it's
upstairs.
beautiful and
Yeah,
new.
it actually looks really good, really clean, and fresh also. And you can see a little bit of the Kuwait City itself in the
The
background.
skyline.
Yeah, and that was nice.
See, this is a very beautiful airport. I wish I could fly from there as well.
Well, from how will you get there?
If they fly from Nigeria, Abuja to be precise, I'm sure more passengers will be willing to take on, Kuwaiti Air.
But they fly to London, Manchester, because like on board you can see the places that they fly to. Amman. Then there's a place called Trabos. Is it Trabos? Have you ever heard of Trabos?
No.
I think it's in Turkey. I didn't know that. They have some, and then they have some places they fly to just in the summer, and then this is downstairs. So just two floors. This ground floor and then the first floor above, or first and second floor, depending on where you are watching this from. But it was a really nice airport. Like I have to say that, because I've been to quite a number of airports, and this is one of the nice ones that I've been to. And this is me just looking tired. So this now we are on board for Kuwait City to JFK in New York, and I like the configuration here. Also, it's 3 by 3 by 3, and it was very very comforting. So this is the DC. This was the breakfast: eggs, sausages, and potatoes. This was actually pretty fair. The sausages were really nice here actually, and potatoes were okay, but the egg also didn't have any salt or anything. Yeah, I watched Mickey 17. I wanted to watch this for a while, so I saw that I was there, and I watched. Can you see the Arabic subtitles? And what am I doing in the dark? Okay, so now, like I said, I like to travel sitting on the aisle, right? When I got to my seat on this flight, oh yeah, then this was now you see this sandwich also. Oh my god, the chicken was so dry. I'm like, what part of the chicken is this? It was really, really dry. Like I felt like it would choke me.
Chicken breast tends to get really dry.
So maybe it's chicken breast.
You
And
should have
then
marinated
the
it in a
potato
bit
chips
of
were nice
bicarbonate
also.
sauce.
And then there was a lemon biscuit and a coconut biscuit. And that you just self service. So I just went there and got that. And there was water also, as much water as you can drink. And this video was made by one little boy I made friends with. He was sitting by the window near his mom. He's only 9. So when I got on board, his brother or something asked if I could swap seats with him. He was sitting in the middle. How do you ask me at the aisle to swap seats with someone in the middle? So I respectfully declined, and he was crying, literally crying. And I almost pitied him, but no, fuck them kids. So excuse my
Agbaya.
language. And yeah, so you see this screen, like so this 777, because so it was a 777 Boeing 777-300 from Kuwait to JFK. It was not very new, but it wasn't that old also. But one thing I also didn't like about their bathrooms was in the bathroom they don't have those little cups you can find in Emirates bathrooms, and it comes in handy. So here we are getting close to JFK, and you can see New York. And I also like that their cameras were really clean. You could see. When I was on board Airpiece, their cameras were not clear, so you couldn't really see what the camera was trying to show you. But
My,
yeah, you
my
could
British
see.
Airways flight did not even give me that option.
No cameras on British Airways.
No, we couldn't even use the screens. They were out of service.
I've only used British Airways ever only once when I was 8 and traveling unaccompanied to London. That's the only time I ever used British Airways. And after that, I have not flown British Airways.
You know, in your last London video, you said this was your first time in London. Most people will think that's your first time.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've gone somewhere over 10 years ago, doesn't that kind of
No, you made it
pleasant?
seem like London. You should have said your first time. This was not your first time in the UK. You've been going, except that you weren't going to.
No need for specifics. But yeah, London was okay. I actually had fun in London.
But in the
this
comment
time around.
section, for those of you who have been to the UK, where do you prefer, London or Manchester? I don't know. For the life of me, I think Manchester is really laid back and nice and chilled. London is very chaotic, and there's so many Nigerians.
I think that city preferences also come from where you're coming from. I feel like if you go to London from like Lagos or like Mumbai or like Delhi or something, you like London because you like hustle bustle, that kind of spirit. But if you're from like a more laid back city like Mumbai, Jaipur, where else have I gone that is pretty laid back? No, Hyderabad wasn't. Hyderabad is in between. I think you like Manchester if you're from a laid back city, but if you're from a hustle and bustle city, then you like London or New York because it's more hustle and bustle, and stuff like that.
Sounds like Lagos and Abuja.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, so this we are getting close to landing here, and I was just really enjoying the air show. It was really nice, and the seats were very comfortable actually. But so my Delhi to Kuwait City, because of the pants I was wearing, trousers, it was like I was sliding off the seat somehow. But the Kuwait to JFK leg was nice. I was very comfortable. I was able to sleep well. The seats recline in a way that doesn't really impose on the person behind, because that can also be an issue sometimes on some flights when you recline too much, and the person in front doesn't think about you and just reclines all the time. So it was nice. And oh yeah, so the people who sat beside me were all from Bangladesh, and this is the first time I'm meeting Bangladesh people. And yeah, so shout out to people from Bangladesh. They speak Bangla in Bangladesh, and so I'm like, because I know Dhaka from Bangladesh, and I'm like, are you from Dhaka? And she's like, no, not Dhaka. And then she mentioned the name of the place, and I could barely hear.
Olodo does not remember.
No, I really, it's not like I'm serious. I could barely hear what the lady was saying. Maybe they don't talk loudly in Bangladesh. Maybe they just talk in low volume.
Nah, Sophia just needs to get her ears cleaned.
No, and then she's asking me, where am I going? And in my mind, because, I'm always guiding. I'm like, she said, we're in New York. I'm like, no, I'm not going to New York. I'm going to Boston.
She thinks somebody's going to kidnap her.
No,
Typical
it's
Nigerian.
not kidnapped. She should not come and clench me. We will not reach the immigration. They'll say, do you know her? I'll say, no. She said, yes, we are going to. So I didn't want to take any chances and stuff like that. And yeah, this is strip that we're like, I don't know how many runways JFK has, but this is the strip that we were going to land on. It looked really, really good, actually. It looked really good. And almost everyone, at least that I could see from my seat, were watching that. And because the plane is not so large like that, right? It's like an average sized plane. And it was neat. Like, there are some flights you're on and you go to the bathroom and it's like really dirty, but like they kept that in mind. So I chatted with like the two of the air hosts. One is from Bahrain. I'm like, what cities do you like to fly to? He's like, anywhere there's a club and drinks, I'm good. I'm like, bro, you're from Bahrain. Why are you focused on drinks and stuff? And then the lady one was from Philippines. And yeah, they were the two I asked and stuff like that. And so yeah, I think I'd like to fly Kuwait City like maybe once or twice more, depending on where I'm going. Because it was nice, the vibe was nice. Like the plane sizes were good. So when we got immigration, we're not too many that the whole when you fly and there are like too many people, passengers, and yeah, and then everybody's queuing up and it takes a long time.
Imagine flying into Heathrow via A380, where there are almost 500 of you, and then you guys get to the immigration queue or passport control, as some of you might call it, and then the queue is ridiculous. Then they tell you, oh, British passport this way, other passports this way, and you realize half of your flight are other passports. It's really telling. And I think for me, I did 2 hours on the queue once.
2 hours.
Yes, 2 hours.
That's fine.
Well, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Oh yeah, drop a comment, and show some love, please. Oh, also, I'm in New York for a few days, and I'll also be in Boston, so watch out for those videos too. But engage with this one. Thank you very much. Aramide here. Peace.